It's a Texas weather discussion video for Monday, the 5th of November. I'm Donovan Neal. We're very mild today, though we have a cold front that will come through tomorrow morning, and of course that will drop our temperatures as we progress through the week during the work week, and maybe we'll mention the chance of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms during the latter half of the week. So here's the upper air look across the continental United States this morning. You can see we had that upper trough rotating through the central plains, adding dynamic support for the widespread severe weather over parts of the Dixie Alley later today. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. On the watch warning map, we have dense fog advisories in effect for much of central Mississippi and parts of Louisiana and some of the adjacent areas. But but other than that, we remain very quiet. On convective outlooks, we have that enhanced risk of severe weather, which includes the northern 2/3 of Mississippi, including parts of northern Alabama and parts of Tennessee. And surrounding that, we have a standard slight risk for the adjacent states. And of course, they'll see a combination of all modes of severe weather, including large hail damaging winds and maybe a few tornadoes at times. On day 2, we have that standard slight risk shifting off to the east near the mid-Atlantic states, and on day 3, no organized severe weather is expected. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Monday morning of next week. Heavier totals remain just to the east of us and down here, with the threat of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. For the latter half of this work week, we may see amounts up to an inch of rain or less for parts of North Texas. And again, that's anything that we see during the latter half of this week. I think a good chunk of this upcoming weekend will be mostly dry. On the tropics are quiet and will continue to stay quiet for this next week. So let's go on to the model output. This is the 06Z run to the GFS, valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. You can see we have that troughing just in the Central Plains. Down here, it's a 10,000 millibar surface low located near the Dakotas. And down here, we stay mostly quiet and dry. We may see a few clouds here and there, but mostly cloudy and dry. Highs mostly in the the upper 70s to low 80s. And here's Tuesday. Once that cold front comes through, we'll mention mostly dry conditions for Tuesday. Highs will be in the low 70s this time. And here's Wednesday. Now, a front that's basically in the Atlantic, that extends through the Atlantic, is basically the southern end of that front basically fizzles out by Wednesday, and some of those showers and thunderstorms can overspread into parts of North Texas. We'll mention highs mostly in the mid 60s at that point. And here's Thursday. You can see a bit of moisture still left over from that. So of course we'll still mention chance of a few showers and storms. Highs will be in the low 60s at this point. And here's Friday. 1035 millibar high out in the near the Dakotas and the Central High Plains does a good job of pushing down some much colder air on Friday into the state by Friday. Highs will be in the low 60s, and overnight lows may actually get down to the upper 30s by that point. So we'll mention the chance of some frost in a couple of places. Yeah, we'll mention the chance of a few frosty areas. And here's Saturday as the weekend begins. Saturday we remain mostly dry. Highs mostly in the upper 50s at this point, with lows in the low 40s, and same thing on Sunday. Now here's a week from today, Monday the 12th of November. You can see we have troughing for much of the eastern part of the country. And down here, the GFS has been, if you've been seeing my Twitter handle, the GFS has been indicating the potential for some wintry mischief for parts of the southern plains. But of course, with these past few runs, it's just keeping us dry. So for now, what we'll do is mention a dry forecast on Monday with mostly sunny skies, highs mostly in the upper 50s. Because that cold air basically an upper high pressure in Texas basically keeps that cold air up north. But let's check the European model on this solution, and it has us dry as well. So like I said before, we'll still mention a dry forecast. Highs for now, highs mostly in the upper 50s, and we'll mention the chance of wintry precipitation again once models continue to show that. But let's take a look at the GFS ensemble output. This is the accumulated snowfall outputs, and the thing we're looking at is the 11th through the 12th of November. You can see none of its members, or even the mean, show the chance of wintry precipitation at that time period. So like I said before, we'll mention a dry forecast for now. But here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Thursday, the 15th of November, troughing just off of the east coast of the New England area, and down here, the coldest air remains in the deep south. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days coming off the GFS ensemble, highs mostly, after that cold front comes through, highs mostly goes down in the downward trend through mid-November, and pretty much we stay very, very chilly for mid-November with highs mostly in the mid-40s to the mid-60s, mid-60-degree range. We could see our first freeze of the season by Wednesday, November 14th. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll run it in the blog. Next video here is expected to be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can't catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.